So my name is Riley Charles and I'm a senior PR and communications consultant at KDPR. KDPR is a full-service marketing communications agency, and we are coming up to our 15th year. So every day is completely different, and that's something that I love about the industry that I'm in. So I could be creating a life-size scarecrow in the morning and then later that day be pitching out Australia's largest cancer care provider before I go to an event that night. So it's really diverse every single day. So I don't think there is a standard day in marketing communications. I didn't, to be honest. So I do marketing, so although in saying that, I think more and more agencies are diversifying, so there is a massive overlap between marketing, communications, public relations, but I never expected to be doing PR, although here at KDPR we do more than just public relations, so we do offer stakeholder engagement, we do websites, logos, we do a range of things. We are full service, but I never thought that I'd do PR. I didn't know what PR was until I started interning here, to be honest. So yeah, I think I fell into it, but I think I'm very lucky that I do really enjoy working in the industry. I think PR is really interesting because it is so diverse, especially these days. So the industry is developing and evolving. So it's not just writing a media release and pitching that out these days. There's so much more that encompasses public relations, and I think that's something that's not well communicated to both people in the industry probably, or coming into the industry, and potential clients. So yeah, what was the question, sorry? So I think what's really exciting about working in PR is how the industry is evolving and developing. So there is more involved in public relations than what there probably was 10 years ago. So we don't just write media releases and pitch that out these days. There's so much more that comes into it. So it really is becoming more holistic, I suppose, in terms of the whole IMC strategy. So I think there are so many opportunities with working in PR and so many different ways you can go, and that's really exciting. So working in a PR agency is extremely interesting. It's extremely exciting, extremely hectic. It's fast moving. You've got to be, on your toes all of the time. I don't think you'll ever have a dull moment or a moment where you're twiddling your thumbs. There's always stuff to do. It's reactive, it's proactive. So yeah, I can't think of one day at work that I've been bored. So trend that I think a lot of people are starting to pick up on in the PR industry is a lot of agencies are diversifying and offering more in their services. So whether that's logo, videography, website generation, it is not just traditional public relations. So as I said before, media release writing, that's not what PR is anymore these days. So I think more and more agencies, PR agencies I should say, are moving more into marketing communications, into even advertising. The whole IMC is really, I suppose, the lines are blurring between all of those different elements. I definitely think so. So for example, 14 or so years ago we were strictly PR, and these days we talk about ourselves as being marketing communications because we do offer more than just PR, more than just media, media management, media liaison, copywriting, we even advise on advertising spend. So I think 100% in the future PR agencies are going to move more and more into marketing. I think the thing I'm most proud about in my career so far is probably my career progression. So I think I've been very lucky, although I have worked very hard. I think, that's probably the thing I'm the most proud about. I didn't expect to be where I am now. And if you told me even 6 months ago where I'd be, I wouldn't believe you, or even, 1 year ago. So yeah, that's something I'm most proud about. And also the clients I've worked with, the people I've been able to connect with, the people I've worked alongside with. Yeah, that's something I'm really proud of. Well, as I mentioned, if you told me 6 months ago where I'd be, I wouldn't believe you. So I honestly have no idea, and that's extremely exciting, I think. So as long as I'm doing something that I enjoy and that makes me happy, as cliche as that is, then I'll be happy. Whether that's in marketing communications, I have no idea. We shall see.
And do you think that comes?
I think my industry and career role models, I have a few, but I think I take different elements from different role models. So I learn a lot from, I guess, the strengths in some people, the weaknesses in other I take note of, and then I suppose I take my, a montage of different people to create my role model. So that includes people like Naomi Simpson from Red Balloon, Kristen Devitt from KDPR, my managing director. There's people who I've met through working here in my network who, just inspire me in different ways. My colleagues as well in different aspects. So yeah, it's definitely a bit of a montage, I suppose. My advice to young professionals trying to get into the industry would be get as much experience as you can as early as you can. So I started interning in my first year, and that's how I ended up working here. So you're never too young or too early into your education or your career to get experience of any sort. So definitely getting your foot in there, even getting exposed to what the industry is doing. So whether that's volunteering, interning, reading articles about or subscribing to agencies' newsletters, that sort of thing, seeing what they're up to. I suppose keeping a pulse on the industry, that's really helpful. Made a list. So I do love Instagram. I do love the visuals. In no particular order. So I love Design Collector. I think they also have a website that's incredible, but they're on it. I love traveling, so there's a few travel ones here as well. So Do You Travel, Passion Passport, and Jai Taylor. They're all incredible travel bloggers, I suppose, and just visually spectacular. And then randomly My Interior. I'm not really big into that sort of thing, but I love their Instagram. It's so interesting. I think from a young age I've always been a creative, so in terms of visuals, that's something that I'm really drawn to. So I think all of these are consistently very interesting. So all of their content is incredible in my opinion, something that interests me. And with all of those travel ones, a lot of them are very diverse, so they go to all different places around the world, which is really exciting, but some obscured places as well, so not the generic places on the list, which is really interesting. Well, everything's about content generation at the end of the day. So even for media, they're looking for content, interesting content, visually interesting content. So I think in any way, if you can draw inspiration from even, places like that who you do follow, and that's very appealing to myself. So hopefully that's appealing to other people as well. And then, you can kind of replicate that even in branding, or whether we're doing social media strategies. I think a lot of that would influence, I suppose, my perception and my idea about style, and that can, I suppose, be transferred to my clients, and then merge that, evolve that to suit their branding, their messages.